As we complete 25 years of independence, it is perhaps time to take stock of our successes and failures, to try and discover what the future holds for us. There is a diversity and freedom of expression in our democracy, a freedom we must cherish if democracy is to have any meaning.
मैं तो सावा था गरडीट के ना 50 बीघा तो 25 जमीन बताओ हन पक्का मुकाम कराओ नहरुद्दीन नटिया का नहीं बैसा तो नहीं हो जना मुको मैं बसा कोई बस वही उत्तर देना आएगा.
Many years ago, Mr. Nehru asked a Gadaria Lohar from Rajasthan what he wanted. He asked for 50 bighas of land and a pakka house, a demand which Mr. Nehru regretted he could not fulfill. Even for a little thing like firewood, our people fight and quarrel.
Today, our country is a very different one, industrially speaking, than it was in those days, 25 years ago. For instance, output of steel has gone up 5 times, output of cement 10 times, output of electric power 15 times. Employment went up from 10 million to 25 million. And generally speaking, industrial output has gone up about 4 times.
This would not have been possible but for the achievements of the last 25 years. Take, for example, the atomic energy or the exploitation of energy resources, which may yield us fruits 50 years later.
The clamor for jobs is becoming more and more strident. Each year, as more people join the workforce, the quantum of unemployment goes on increasing.
किस काम के लिए आप चाहते हैं पर्ची? और सर क्या है आपके पास सर्टिफिकेट है कोई क्या चीज है?
कहाँ तक पढ़े लिखे हो? डेटा पर सर्टिफिकेट आप कहाँ तक पढ़े लिखे हैं? आप बोलिए कहाँ तक पढ़े आप सर्टिफिकेट लाए आपने?
Higher secondary passed and basic training.
Your qualification? I have just passed MA. Will you accept work outside Delhi?
Yes.
What is your name?
Elizabeth.
आपका क्या नाम है? मेहताब चंद.
BCom pass. Pre-examination and for library science.
25 वर्ष होने को आ रहे हैं हमारी आज़ादी के, लेकिन आज हजारों लाखों आदमी बेकार घूम रहे हैं और हमें अफसोस.
Bal Mukund describes the plight of young engineers.
If they are unemployed, then they get frustrated. So this thing, government can definitely do something about it. And the government should think seriously about the unemployed graduates who pass out from the engineering institutes.
And therefore, the number of graduates that we produce should be related to the number of jobs which we are likely to find for them. This is where government could enunciate a policy.
Graduates are not given, or literate men are not given their due places in society.
When I applied for the post of the conductor, there were more than 20,000 applications. There were more than 500 graduates. I was very eager to get my livelihood, so I accepted this job.
Importance was given to caste, nearness to persons in power, recommendations by higher authorities, and the ability to give money to get such places were always given weight to. And I think if such a state of affairs continue, the government by its officers will not be able to fulfill what they promise. And the position of the educated men in the country will not be faithful to either to their duties or to the state.
What really happened was central government thought universities could not be redeemed, and therefore they started setting up centrally controlled central institutions to attain very high standards like national laboratories.
Gone are the days when education was considered as the monopoly and the luxury of a few people. Poverty is no longer a hindrance for acquiring knowledge. Millions of people for whom education remained a distant dream prior to the attainment of freedom now find it a practical reality. We find a tremendous growth in the number of the institutions covering almost every nook and corner of the country. Qualitatively too, we find a remarkable improvement. The last 25 years of freedom mark the beginning of a new era in the history of our nation, in which education is providing a new foundation upon which the future edifice of our nation could be safely built upon the principles of democracy, socialism and secularism, without which no nation can attain real and lasting progress.
देश आज़ाद होने के बाद में गवर्नमेंट ने खेती
It is a good thing that government provided us with better seeds and fertilizers.
निकाल दिए तो उसमें नए नए खाद वगैरह जो है खाद भी दिए, बीज भी देना शुरू किया.
फार्मर ने बहुत अच्छा काम किया फील्ड में आकर, और यही वजह है कि ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन.
It is the hard work of the farmer which has brought about the green revolution.
इस तरह काम नहीं करते जैसे हम लोग करते हैं. कार्डों पर, राशन कार्डों पर बहुत कमती मिला करता था. ये मैं 1966 की बात कर रहा हूँ. लेकिन कुदरत की ऐसी अजीब खेल हुई है, उससे जो ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन आया है, अभी कहीं भी कोई.
Where there was shortage of food before, there is now plenty. The government does not need PL 480 imports anymore. A good incentive the government has given to farmers is to instruct banks to give loans to us.
हर एक बैंक को इंस्ट्रक्ट किया, हर एक बैंक फील्ड में आकर जिम्मेदारों को कर्जा देना शुरू कर दिया. कोऑपरेटिव मूवमेंट आजादी के बाद
The government is to be praised for initiating the cooperative movement, which is now firmly rooted in our villages.
दाने निकालने पर भी पहुंचते थे. उसके बाद पोल्ट्री फार्मिंग शुरू कर दिया, जिससे जिम्मेदार के बच्चों को अंडे मिलने लगे, कभी मीट मिलने लगा, कुछ अंडे बाहर बेचने शुरू कर दे, जिससे उसकी साइड बिजनेस शुरू हो गया.
As far as the green revolution is concerned, there is, I practically feel there is no progress as yet. People who have black money, they are turning into white. Only big people are progressing, but the real farmer, they are really suffering with the same old what they were suffering previously.
हमारे को झोपड़ी घर.
A landless farmer from Andhra says, though we have been tilling this soil for generations, we can never own it. We want justice for the tiller of the soil.
सुबह से शाम तक हमारे दादा परदादाओं से बापों से करते हुए आए, और सुबह से शाम तक मजदूरी करे तो छोटे छोटे बच्चे वो खाना, नहीं तो भूखे रहना.
पंजाब में स्पेशली तो बहुत घबराहट है
Apart from the wealth tax, we in Punjab are worried about ceilings. The lowering of land ceilings will destroy all the good that has been done so far.
तो ये ट्रैक्टर की मैकेनाइजेशन जो है ये तो खत्म होती जाएगी और मुझे कंप्लीटली डर है ये उसी तरह की क्यों लगेंगी फिर सीलिंग आने पर कि जैसे 1966 में आई थी.
Now the main purpose of ceilings is to an extent remove the disparities in the rural areas so as to reduce tensions, then to increase productivity, and in fact in our rural areas our main capital is the human labor.
हमने 25 वर्षों में शायद ऐसा माना कि रहन सहन की ऊंचाई से ही विचार.
For 25 years, we have often mistaken appearance for reality. Nevertheless, under Mr. Nehru's leadership, we have established a viable democracy.
इस देश में संसदीय जनतंत्र की नींव पड़ी, पंचायती राज, लोकशाही मजबूत हुई, जनता को अधिकार मिले, लोगों की सीधे तौर पर समाज को और राज को चलाने के काम में हिस्सा लेती है. उसमें त्रुटियां हो सकती हैं, कठिनाइयां हो सकती हैं, लेकिन एक बड़ी उपलब्धि मैं मानता हूं.
Yet this pride is not always very heartwarming. When I look around me, I see many disturbing things. For example, there is this abject poverty.
पानी का यहाँ क्या हाल है? पानी की बहुत दिक्कत रहती है.
Sevaram, a Harijan sweeper who lives in the same colony where Gandhiji once lived. He complains of the water shortage. For 25 years, I have been promised quarters, but I still live in a hut. For 25 years, we have had freedom, but what sort of freedom is this?
हमारी किसी ने कोई नहीं पूछ करी और हमें वहीं पर वहीं का वहीं रहने दिया. जहाँ जानवरों को भी बांधा जाए तो वो भी सुखी नहीं रह सकता. हम तो इंसान हैं और अपना बसर कर रहे हैं. देश आजाद हो गया, हम आजाद नहीं हुए अभी तक.
It is clear that we are still a long way from achieving the minimum that this country must achieve in the way of economic growth. And what is wanted is growth for these millions, these hundreds of millions.
There is corruption in all fields. There is lopsided education, lack of opportunity. And above everything else, one thing that bothers me because of its long-term consequences, that is the absence of a mature spirit of nationalism.
जैसे कि महंगाई, इस महंगाई में अब आप देखिए, याद करिए 25 वर्ष.
Housewives all over the country complain not only of rising prices, but of the crime of adulteration. Surely this needs urgent attention and severe action.
फिर भी उसमें कुछ न कुछ रुलावट निकलती है. मसाले ले लीजिए, मसाले में जैसे नमक है, नमक तक में चूना मिला हुआ मिलता है. हल्दी है, हल्दी में कुछ चीज मिलती है. धनिया है, धनिया में सुना है कि गोबर की लीद होती है. अब ये बताइए कि इंसान ये चीजें खा करके क्या बनेगा?
I really have 3 regrets and 3 anxieties after 25 years. One is that the great slowness with which we have given content to our economic socialism. The second is that the hobbling of the mass media, which has limited awareness and free expression. And the third is the decay of liberal humane values. Now, if our young people in the future can be freed of these 3 dangers, then I'm sure that the life of their life and the future of tomorrow's India will be one which we will envy again.
जो लोग मंत्रिमंडल में हैं, शासन के पदों पर हैं, उनके सामने कठिनाइयां आती हैं.
Government leaders have had to face many difficulties, it is true. But with a determined will, they could have lived up to their promises to a large extent. That is why there is discontent in the country today.
I think that in all underdeveloped societies, one of the biggest assets is the spirit and temper of the people. And just at the moment, our spirits are very high. Now, affluence for all, I think, in foreseeable time is not possible. It's a long way off. But we should be able to give all our people the essentials, the necessities, and some kind of work for all. Otherwise, we'd have cheated our young.
I think we've reached a sort of significant point. And that point is that a new generation of leaders has taken over. And a new generation of people have come in. And I think that is going to be what matters. With the right policies of government, with enthusiasm created on all sides, with unity, there is literally nothing that this country could not achieve. But it will need hard work by all and a belief in the future of our country.
Well, there we are. A cross-section of opinion from almost every walk of life. Only a genuine two-way traffic between government and the people can lead to the future that assuredly awaits us, a future of challenges. Do we all have the will to take up these challenges? If we do not, we will have betrayed the generations to come.